Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1961 final week is on the air. Today's date is September 27th, 1961. We are at Yankee Stadium for a big game between the Baltimore Orioles and the New York Yankees. The Orioles come into this game with a record of 98-61. The Yankees a record of 98-60. Let's take a look at the standings. In the American League, of course, the Detroit Tigers have won that league, and they have home field throughout the playoffs. The Baltimore Orioles are 6.5 back of the Yankees. Those two will play a division series against each other. Question is, who will have games 1, 2, and 5 at their home park? The Chicago White Sox have clinched 4th place. They are in the playoffs. The Boston Red Sox can lose no more games. They must now win 4 in a row in order to make the playoffs. Otherwise, Boston is out, and there will be no American League wild card playoff. If the Red Sox somehow do get in there with a record of 82-80, they would play the White Sox in a 1-game playoff in Comiskey Park. In the National League, things are not as clear. San Francisco still has a 2.5-game lead on the Dodgers. Their magic number is 3 to clinch the league outright. The Dodgers are 2nd place. The Pittsburgh Pirates are 4 back. So Pittsburgh and the Dodgers, Pittsburgh still could take 2nd place and maybe force that against the Dodgers in the division series. But right now, it looks like the Dodgers should clinch 2nd and probably will host Pittsburgh in the NLDS. The big thing, of course, is down here. The Milwaukee Braves and the Cincinnati Reds are tied at 79-72. The Braves do have the tiebreaker due to more runs scored in their games on the board. Both teams have records right now, and I'll show you here. Both teams have records. Milwaukee is 4-4, and the Reds are 4-4 on games on the board. But the Braves have 34 runs scored to the Reds 25. That is the first tiebreaker after a tied board record. The second tiebreaker is net runs if Cincinnati and Milwaukee do, however, to get the same amount of runs. The Baltimore Orioles also are 5-1, and the Yankees are 6-3. Right now, the Baltimore Orioles, due to a higher winning percentage, if the Yankees and the Orioles tie for 2nd, it will go to Baltimore, for the 2nd spot. But that would be a tie. Tonight, the Yankees are a half game ahead of Baltimore and will try to go ahead and hold on to the 2nd place spot and host games 1, 2, and 5 in the division series. Steeler fan, Yankees, Bob 7, JAA, Joel Turney join us here at Yankee Stadium. The Orioles historically won this game 3-2. Both teams had 6 hits and no errors. The lineups in this game, well, this is the reason why I love the last week of the season. You get some very strange lineups in the season because, of course, some teams are already out of it and none to play for, and they put a lot of newcomers, a lot of people that probably didn't get a chance to play, and you get a young star here and there. Now, of course, some people said, well, if the game means something, why don't I change the lineups? I don't do that. We'll see if there's any new heroes in a game like this, as these teams will be playing for something tonight. So, without further ado, as DBIP now joins us here at Yankee Stadium, it is time for a big game here in the ballpark in the Bronx, and we are all set and ready to go. Starting pitcher for the New York Yankees in this matchup was Bill Stafford. 14 wins, 9 losses, 2 saves, a 2.68 ERA. Stafford had an excellent season for the Yankees. He was a starter and a reliever, and he gets the call tonight for the Yanks against the O's. We are all set and ready to go. Let's go to the top of the first in this key American League matchup. This could probably be the last regular season game we have in the American League. Leading off for the O's, third baseman, the human vacuum cleaner, Brooks Robinson, best fielding third baseman of all time. 287 average, 7 homers, 61 RBIs. In 61. We are using blue, white, and blue dice. Yankees are the home team. The fans here at Yankee Stadium want to get a game-and-a-half lead on the O's. Let's see what happens. 2-4. That is a range play. Robinson, 6-6. It's a fly ball to center field, and that ball is hit to Jack Reed in center field. His range is a 3. And he's not going to get it, and that is going to drop for a single. So Robinson hits it to center, and that will be a base hit for him as Jack Reed is in center field for the Yankees. Of course, you do know at this time, if you do know anything about the 61 season, Mickey Mantle got sick late in the year, and he was inactive for the Yankees on the final week of the regular season. So he is not in the roster or in the lineup for the Yankees. He did, however, play in the World Series, so he will be available, of course, as a starter for the Yankees in the postseason. So that is for sure because he did play. Next batter for the Orioles will be center fielder Barry Citroni. I don't know much about him. He's a call-up, 143 average and 1 RBI. Only had 7 at-bats. He is a fringe player. Infield a double play depth. Robinson on it first. And that is a 4, and he stays put. Stafford with the pitch. 4-5. That against the lefty, that is a blank. Citroni, 5-3, and that's a ground ball to second base. 0-1-2. Shortstop, Demestri as a 0 pivot. A 1 or a 2, it's a double play, and they won't get it. Robinson will be thrown out at second, and Citroni will get the first. I don't know if that's Citroni or Citrone. I'm not 100% sure. If someone could check his name, I'd be more than happy to say it right. But that is a fielder's choice for Citroni. One man out. And here comes the right fielder, Russ Snyder, 292 average, a homer, 13 RBIs. Citroni on it first. Strategy roll, that is a 10, nothing happening. Doug Height joins us here, of course, at Yankee Stadium, as well as Woodman, 5-6-4. Stafford, 2-2, possible error. Snyder, 5-2, it's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to DeMaestri. His error rating is a 4. That's a 9. He won't make an error. Let's see if they turn a double play. 1, 2, 3. Second base, Gardner, pivot rating 0, a 1, 2, or 3. It's a double play, and they don't get it. Citroni is thrown out at second. Snyder makes it the first, 2 down. So another fielder's choice. And next up for the Orioles will be first baseman Jim Gentile, 302 average, 46 homers, 141 RBIs. 2 men down, and Stafford getting the help from the defense. Strat, 20. Stafford has no pickoff. He will pitch. Stafford, 5-6. That's an error on a throw. Gentile, 2-4. It's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Boyer. His error rating is a 6. That's a 16. He won't make an error. He is going to throw to first to get Gentile, and that will retire the side. No runs and a hit for the O's, and we go to the bottom of the first in this matchup here between two teams to find out. They will be playing each other in the ALDS. The question is, who will have home field advantage? Bottom of the first, starting pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles is Steve Barber. 18 wins, 12 losses, a save, a 3.34 ERA. So now we'll see what the Yankees can do today in this game. Leading off for the Yankees will be second baseman Billy Gardner. Gardner was with the Minnesota Twins most of the year, wound up on the Yankees later. A 225 average, 2 homers, 13 RBIs. Gardner's probably going to make the postseason roster with 253 at-bats. Barber will go ahead and make the pitch. Barber, 4-3, walk 6, and that is going to make it. That's going to be ball 4. Gardner's a 9, but -2 makes him a 7. He'll walk. Yankee Stadium only has -2 to walks. So Gardner will trot to first on the base on balls. First walk given up by Barber. He gave up a number of them, 126 and 61, as after further review with Steve Tower joins us here at Yankee Stadium. Not sure who you're rooting for here. Well, to tell you the truth is, I'll tell you right now, Steve, who you got to root for is 10-minute ticker. Because if Boston loses tonight in the ticker, they are out. Next batter for the Yankees will be right fielder Hector Lopez. 222 average, 3 homers, 22 RBIs. As I said, a hodgepodge lineup for both teams since this was the last week of the season. But we make this game mean something. Strategy roll, nothing on the 18. Barber will go ahead and pitch. 5-1, wild pitch. Yep, that'll go to the backstop on a 1. And Gardner will trot to second. Wild pitch by Barber, that's his first. We'll re-roll the strat. And nothing on the 10. Now Gardner on at second base. And the infield is now back. Barber with the pitch. 4-1, strikeout 5, and he got him. That'll be strikeout number 1 for Barber. He had 150 of them, though, in 61. Next batter is third baseman Clete Boyer. 224 average, 11 homers, 55 RBIs. Gardner on at second. And that's a 16, nothing happening. As I said, Roger Maris is not in the starting lineup at all for this game as well. And, of course, just as I said, Mantle was sick the last week of the season. Barber will go ahead and pitch. 5-3, strikeout, 19 is high. Boyer, 2-3, and that's a grounder to second base, and that will get handled by Breeding. He'll throw to first for the out, and Gardner advances to third. And yes, we are very good to hear that you are feeling better there, Woodman. As I said, you will continue to make my games. Do not fail me. Do not let me down. Do not disappoint me. So a grounder to second base as Gardner moves to third. Next batter will be the catcher, Elston Howard. 348 average, 21 homers, 77 RBIs. Barber will go ahead and we'll do a strategy roll first. The 9 doesn't mean anything. Barber with the pitch. 3-4. Home run chance, but that 20 is going to be too high. Howard, 2-3. It's a line drive hit right to short, and Hansen will make the catch. And that will end the inning. Nothing across except a walk and a wild pitch. And after 1, there is no score. Philip Reynolds joins us here at Yankee Stadium. I know he says go Maris, but Maris is not in the lineup for this ball game. Top of the second. And leading off for the Baltimore Orioles in this game, and he is playing left field, a very young Boog Powell. 0.77 average and an RBI. You might know Boog Powell as another home run slugger in the later years. Boog Powell here in 1961, very young here. And that is a fringe card for him. He was a fringe player at 61. I actually didn't think I was going to get him on the board, but he is here. A very young Boog Powell. I know you guys know who he is. Stafford will pitch. 4-5 against the lefty. That's blank. Powell, 6-6, and he grounds it to first. That'll get taken care of by Moose, and that's out number 1. As I said, a couple of fringe players in the game today. Here comes the shortstop, Ron Hansen. 248 average, 12 homers, 51 RBIs. Baseball with the Demos joins us here at Yankee Stadium. And he says Boog's barbecue was world famous. Yes, it was. Stafford, 6-2 against the righty. Strikeout, the 18 is high. Hansen, 1-3. It's a grounder to third base handled by Boyer, and he will make the play. Check out Baseball Demo's amazing NBC Game of the Week, as well as his one-off Wednesday baseball, Bees of History Maker Baseball, Buffalo Bees of History Maker Baseball. And I'm so looking forward to this 1986 playoffs, as he will use payoff pitch for the Angels and the Yankees, and he will use inside pitch for the Astros and the Mets. Next batter up will be the second baseman, Marv Breeding. 209 average, a homer, 61 RBIs in 61. Stafford with the pitch. 4-6, error on a grounder. Breeding, 5-4. That's not going to be an error. That's hit to short, and that's picked up by DeMaestri. Breeding's base running rating is a 3. The throw to first is in time. Breeding is out, and that will be a grounder to short, and the side is retired. So 1, 2, 3 go the O's on a nice throw by Joe DeMaestri, and we go to the bottom of the second. Yes, barbecue ribs does sound good, doesn't it? Thanks to Dave at Baseball Demos. He always likes to make the chat hungry. Bottom of the second, leading off for the Yankees will be first baseman Moose Bill Skowron, 267 average, 28 homers, 89 RBIs. Barber will go ahead and pitch. 3-4. Home run chance. The 8 will pass against the lefty. Skowron needs a 13, and he got it. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep, going into right field, and it curves around the foul pole. It's gone. Moose goes ahead and hits a solo bomb, and the Yankees take a 1-0 lead. Stadium cheers, but with Moose, they go, Moose. 1-0 in favor of the Yankees. Barber pitched Skowron a meatball, and he turned that into lasagna. And 1-0 in favor of the Yanks. Here comes the left fielder, Yogi Berra, 271 average, 22 homers, 61 RBIs. 1-0 in favor of the Yanks, as Baseball with the Demos likes to say hungry for puns, and he says Barber got scalped. I actually like that. No need for you to get you don't need the block dragon. Barber with the pitch. 2-1, strikeout, 18 is high. Berra, 5-2, it's a fly ball to right, and this time Snyder will have room. Next up for the Yankees will be center fielder Jack Reed. Only played in 28 games for the Yankees in 61, a 154 average and RBI. Remember, Mickey Mantle was sick the last week of the 61 season, but he did play in the postseason, so he will be back for it. But Mantle is out for the rest of the regular season. Barber will pitch. Barber, 3-2. Strikeout, 16 is high. Reed, a 1-5, and that is a grounder to short. And that will be out number 2. Handled easily by Hansen. 2 away. And now we'll see the shortstop, Joe DeMaestri, 146 average and 2 RBIs. Barber will go ahead and you won't bring up Middle Tennessee. You don't have to, trust me. That's okay. I can't, believe it or not, I actually had Middle Tennessee plus the points, so I actually won that game. Barber, 6-6. That's blank. He's not tired. DeMaestri, 4-4. That's a ground ball to third. That'll be handled by the vacuum cleaner, and he will throw the first and retire the side. 1 run on 1 hit, a solo bomb by Moose. And the Yankees have a 1-0 lead here after 2. Although that game between Clemson and Wake Forest was excellent. I am so happy I watched that one. But after that, the other 2 games were blown. And the Florida-Tennessee game got interesting the last minute, but I kind of had Tennessee in that game. Looking forward to getting to Arkansas and Texas A&M after this game here. Top of the third, and leading off for the Orioles will be the catcher, and it's Charlie Lau. Lau was with the Milwaukee Braves early in the season. He is now an Oriole, 194 average, a homer, and 9 RBIs. So Lau is now an Oriole for the rest of the season, which means, yeah, possibility he could be facing his old team. Stafford, 2-5, that's a blank. Lau, 6-1, ground ball to short, easily handled by DeMaestri. One quick out, and here comes the pitcher, Steve Barber. A 163 average, 2 homers, and 6 RBIs. Designated hitter, they don't need no stinking DH. Stafford with the pitch. 6-1, that's blank. Barber, 2-4, and he swing and a miss, struck him out, and that will be the second out. And that is strikeout number 1 for Stafford. He had 101 in 61. What about the Bills versus Fins? That we're looking forward to. We're about to see really how good Miami will be. Although I already know the Bills are hurt. They got 4 defensive starters out in that game tomorrow. Next batter will be Robinson. He got a base hit his first time up. Stafford with the pitch. 6-5. That's at the park. Yankee Stadium. 2-3. And it's a blank. We got a rare play. So let's check the rare plays. Bases empty. And it's a 66. You gotta be kidding me. The dreaded storm front again. What is this? The 3rd or 4th time I had the storm front roll? So the storm front passes through, causing a rain delay. So now we got to see if anybody's tired. So we roll 1d20, and we add the amount of batters already faced. Stafford has faced 9 batters, so 9 plus 14 is 23. So he can face 6 more before he tires. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's, of course, the 14 also gets added to Barber. Barber faced 8 batters, plus 14 is 22. So he can also face only 6 batters as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the storm front passes through. So that's 14. And so I'm going to make it a 45-minute rain delay. And now Stafford will go ahead and do it again. Stormy year. It has definitely, rare play chart is rigged. Yeah, it has been a stormy year. I think that's the 4th storm front I've had this season. Stafford will do it again. We'll re-roll. 3-4. That is a blank. Robinson, 2-6. And it's a ground ball to 3rd. That'll get handled, taken care of by Boyer. And that's going to end the inning. So a 1-2-3 inning for Stafford. We'll see how long it can go. And we will go to the bottom of the 3rd with the Yankees holding a 1-0 lead. Leading off for the Orioles will be the pitcher, Bill Stafford, a 179 average and 3 RBIs. He will hit. He will at least get an at-bat. I will give one to him. Barber with the pitch. 2-6, walk, 4. He walked him. Well, Barber definitely didn't like the rain delay, and he walks the pitcher to lead off the inning. Second walk issued by Barber. Matt Fun and Games joins us here at Yankee Stadium. Good to see him. Good to see good old MF and G. And it's always good to see him. So now Stafford on at first. It will bring up Gardner. Gardner with a walk his first time up. Infield is at double play. I'm sure Stafford ain't going to do anything, and he won't. Barber will go ahead and make the pitch. Barber, 6-5, strikeout 10, that is high. Gardner, 5-5, it's a ground ball to short. 3, 4, 5. Second base pivot, Breeding, 0, 1-5, double play. They turn it, 2 outs. So Gardner grounds out into the 6-4-3. And the next batter is Lopez. Lopez is 0 for 1. And yes, it is going to be a fun playoffs in the American League. I certainly do believe that. I think it's going to be a fun playoffs in the National League as well. So what are we doing here? 2 outs, that's right. Barber will pitch to Lopez. He's 0 for 1. Barber, 4-1, strikeout 11. That is high. Lopez, 2-4, and against the lefty, that's a fly ball to right. Snyder will come under it, and he will make the play and retire the side. Nothing across except a walk. After 3, it is 1-0 in favor of the Yanks. Time for station identification. This is the RJL YouTube Network. Be right back. Judge is in a slump. Yeah, he hasn't gotten his home run yet. I thought for sure he was going to do it against Boston. We go to the top of the 4th here. Yankees leading 1-0 in this game. The Orioles are a half game back of the Yankees for second. Remember, these two will be playing each other in the American League Division Series. That is for sure. The question is who will have home field. Leading off for the Orioles will be Barry Citroni, or like I said, or Citroni. And he is 0 for 1. So if anybody can definitely tell me how his name is pronounced. Stafford will make the pitch. 6-1. That is a blank. Citroni, a 5-3, and it's a grounder to second base, and it will be taken care of by Gardner. As I said, a hodgepodge lineup for both teams in this game. Snyder's next. He's 0 for 1. Yeah, LaRusso will no manage White Sox. He is done. He'll have to retire. Stafford with the pitch. 6-4. Range play. Snyder. 1-5. That's a base hit to left field. It's a range play for Yogi Berra. His range is a 3. That is a 3. He will make a catch on the run, and that will be a fly out to left, 2 outs. Nice play by Berra to take a single away from Snyder. Gentile is next, and he's 0 for 1. Stafford, he makes the pitch. 2-6. Walk. 16. That is too high. Gentile is a 16, but -2 makes him a 14. Gentile, 3-1. Instead, he lifts a fly to left, and Berra's going to range over near the foul line, and he's going to make the catch and retire the side. And Stafford has a 1-2-3 inning after the rain delay. Still 1-0 Yanks. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Leading off for the Bombers will be Clete Boyer. Boyer is 0 for 1. Barber can pitch to 3 more batters before he tires. We'll see what the Orioles want to do with him yet. Barber with the pitch. 4-5. Range play at the park. 3-3. And that is a home run to center field. Against the lefty, Boyer needs a 7. The 11 is too high. Now it's a fly ball to center field. And Citroni is out there. His range is a 2, and he will make the catch. Out number 1. Nice play by Citroni to go ahead and take a possible hit away from Boyer, and that'll be a fly out to center as he makes that catch at the track. Here's Howard. He's 0 for 1. As Cleve baseball fan joins us here at Yankee Stadium. Congratulations to the Cleveland Guardians. I'm pretty sure they will wrap up that division very soon. Barber, 4-1. Strikeout 6. He got him. He'll get Howard on the K. And that will be out number 2. And that is the second strikeout for Barber. Here it comes Moose. Skowron hit a bomb his last time up. The reason why the Yankees are up 1-0. Barber's got to be careful with him. Barber, 4-6, and strikeout 9, and this time he will strike him out, and that will be strikeout number 3 for Barber, and it will end the inning. Nothing across for the Yanks, still holding a 1-0 lead through 4. And Barber is now tired, and we will see what happens with him. Top of inning number 5 coming up. Leading off for the Orioles will be Boog Powell. Powell is 0 for 1. Stafford says he can go another couple more batters, and we'll see what he can do. Stafford can face 2 more batters before he tires due to the rain delay. Stafford, 5-3, strikeout 5, and he got Powell. Struck him out, and that is strikeout number 2 for Stafford, a very young Boog Powell, of course. Next up is Hansen. Hansen is 0 for 1. Stafford, he'll go ahead and throw it. And that's a 4-4. Home run chance. The 18 is going to be too high. Hansen, a 4-1, but he does slap it past second, and that will be a base hit for Hansen. So he'll get himself with a single. And now Stafford is tired, and they're going to see if he can go. Next batter is Breeding. Breeding is 0 for 1. Infield is at double play depth. Top of the 5th inning, 1-0 here. Both pitchers now tired due to the rainstorm. Stafford, actually first, strategy roll first, and that is a 5. And Hansen will stay put. Stafford, 5-5. That is a blank. Breeding, 5-2. And it's ground ball to third. 1, 2, 3. Second base, Gardner. A 0 arm. A 0 pivot, so a 1, 2, or 3, it is a double play. Nope. Hansen will be thrown out at second, but Breeding will make first on the fielder's choice, and that is 2 outs. So 2 men down. The next batter is Lau. Lau is 0 for 1. Not 100% sure if he'll make the postseason roster, but we will see. Breeding on at first, strategy roll. And that is a 10, nothing happening. Stafford will go ahead and pitch. Stafford, 1-4, strikeout 6, swing and a miss, struck him out, and that will end the inning. Strikeout number 3 for Stafford. No runs and a hit for the O's, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. And Philip Reynolds says he has at a birthday party. Well, Philip, I admire your dedication, but enjoy the birthday party. What are you doing here? Well, that's because Philip Reynolds is just a class act at everything he does. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Leading off for the Yankees will be Yogi Berra. He's 0 for 1. Barber says he can pitch, so let's see what he can do here. This is the 5th inning. He is due to lead off the 6th. So this will probably be Barber's last inning no matter what. Barber, 1-2, hit by pitch, 5, no, that's going to be high. Berra, 3-2, it's a base hit to left. So Berra gets himself a nice leadoff single. He will hold at first. And the batter now is Reed. Reed is 0 for 1. Infield at double play depth. Berra had 2 stolen bases that year. That is a 3. He's not going anywhere. That was a 3. Does Reed get a hit and run attempt here? Let's see. I think he does. That was a 3. Attempt is an H. So and it's a 5 and plus 3. That was a 3. Yes, the hit and run is called. Let's do it. Barber with the pitch. 6-6. That is gonna be an automatic base hit. That is going to be an automatic base hit on a hit and run. It's a sink because Barber is tired. That is a fatigue result. That's a single up the middle, and that's a base hit automatically. And that's going to be it for Barber. Berra's base running rating will be a 4, and that will be fast enough to get him to third on the hit and run. And so Jack Reed comes through with a hit, and now the Yankees are in business. And that will be all for Barber. He is out. So that means the Orioles will have to make a pitching change. The next batter is DeMaestri. And let's see who the Orioles want to bring in. They'll probably go with a right-hander here. And they really just need a pitcher to finish out an inning. Coming on to pitch for the Orioles is going to be Jack Fisher. 10 wins, 13 losses, save a 3.90 ERA. He will come on and pitch for the Orioles. And it was probably just going to pitch the 1 inning here. But now runners at the corners. Rick Query joins us here at Yankee Stadium, the moderator of the Inside Pitch Facebook group. Berra on at third, Reed on at first. The infield they are going to play in, because the Orioles do not want Berra to score. Strategy roll. That is a 9, nothing happening. Fisher will go ahead and pitch. Fisher, 1-3, that is a blank. DeMaestri, 6-4, it's a fly ball to center. That's going to get caught by Citroni. And that is out number 1. DeMaestri has no sacrifice fly. Berra, base running rating of 2. Citroni, a lousy arm, a +2 arm. Berra will still score on a 4 or less, and he will. It's 2-0 Yankees. Stadium cheers. Yay! So DeMaestri will go ahead and bring in Barber on the sacrifice fly to center. So he gets himself an RBI, and now 2-0 in favor of the Yankees. Next batter is Bill Stafford, and the Yankees' question is, do they going to want to let him bat? He now has a 2-run lead. They would like to see Stafford pitch the 6th, and they're going to, if he has a 179 average, they're going to let him hit. Or will he? He got a 2-0 lead. That's a good question. I think if he's tired, you know what he's done. So that's going to be it for Bill Stafford. He did a heck of a job. So he will be yanked, and the Yankees will go to the bench. Coming on to pinch hit for Stafford will be Tony Kubek. 276 average, 8 homers, 46 RBIs. The thing about not having the main starters in the lineup, you know they're on the bench, so they could be useful in many ways. Well, it was a rainstorm there, Rick. So I got another storm front that moved through, so all the pitchers were automatically became tired pretty quickly. So here's Kubek, and he'll bat for Stafford. Infield is now with double play depth, and that is a 6. Reed is not going anywhere. Fisher will go ahead and make the pitch. 3-6, that's blank. Kubek, 1-6 at the fly to right. It will be handled easily by Snyder, and that's out number 2. I think that's the 3rd or 4th storm front I've had in rare plays. It's been a wet season. I have to say it's been a wet baseball season here in 1961, and we haven't even reached the postseason yet. 2 down, here comes Gardner. Gardner is 0 for 2. Reed on it first, now 2 outs. Strategy roll, 2, and nothing happening. Fisher will go ahead and pitch to Gardner. Fisher, 6-6 against the righty. Base hit right back through the box, and that's going to be a single. Reed, a base running rating of 5 with 2 outs. He'll make third easily. Gardner to first, and Gardner goes ahead and keeps the inning alive. Yankees lead the Orioles by a half game for second place. Home field in the ALDS between these two is on the line. Hector Lopez is up next. He's 0 for 2. And now runners at the corners with 2 outs. Still rolling a strat, and that is a 14, nothing happening. Fisher just trying to get through this inning. He is due to lead off the 6th. Fisher will go ahead and pitch. 5-2. That's a pitcher result. The 19 is high. Lopez, 6-3 against the righty, grounded to short. And Hansen's got it. They'll go the short way to get Gardner, and that will end the inning. 1 run on 3 hits and on a sacrifice fly. And it is 2-0 now in favor of the Bronx Bombers. As we will now go to the top of the 6th. 2-0 coming up. Pinch hitter coming in for Jack Fisher. He will be done. And the Yankees need a pitcher, so let's see who the Yankees bring out first. So they will go for the pitcher. So I think they'll go with a right-hander here. And let's see what we got. Coming on to pitch for the Yankees is going to be Jim Coates. 11 wins, 5 losses, 5 saves, a 3.45 ERA. Coates will be the second Yankee pitcher. Leading off for the Orioles will be Jackie Brandt, 297 average, 16 homers, and 72 RBIs. He will pinch hit for his pitcher. So top of the 6th, 2-0 Yankees. Coates with the pitch. Coates, 2-2, possible error. Brandt, 2-1. That's a ground ball to second base. The ball is hit to Gardner. His error rating is an 8. That's a 16. He's got it, and he'll throw to first for the out. Nice play by Gardner, avoids the error. And there is one away. Next up is the vacuum cleaner. He is 1 for 2. Coates will go ahead and make the pitch. Coates, 2-2. Again, possible error. Robinson, 4-1. And that's going to be a base hit to right field. It's a single to Lopez. His error rating is a 0. No error. So Robinson will hold it first. And that will just be a good single. Second hit of the game for the vacuum cleaner. Citroni is next, and he is 0 for 2. Infield is at double play depth. Robinson on at first. Strategy rolls are still active. And that is a 15-0 happening. Coates sets up, and he will make the pitch. Coates, 4-4. Walk, 4. Nope, that's too high. Citroni, 6-2. It's a fly to left. And Berra will come in a little bit and make the play. 2 down. The next batter is Snyder. Snyder is 0 for 2. Robinson still on at first. Strategy roll. And nothing happening with the 4. Coates will go ahead and make the pitch. Coates, 1-5. That is a blank. Snyder, 4-1. It's a fly ball to center. And Reed will come in a little bit. And he'll make the play. And he'll also make the final out of the inning. No runs and a hit for the Orioles. 2-0. Yankees holding off the O's in this big game here in the American League. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Clete Boyer leads off for the Bombers, and he is 0 for 2. Orioles need a pitcher. I think they're going to go with a righty coming up with 3 right-handers. Coming on to pitch for the Orioles is going to be Wes Stock. 5 wins, no losses, 3 saves, a 3.00 ERA. Stock will be the 3rd Orioles pitcher. So bottom of the 6th inning, Yankees lead 2-0. Stock with the pitch. 2-4, possible error. Boyer, 5-3. That ball is hit to center field. That is a 3 against the righty. That's going to be a single to center. Center fielder is Citroni. He has an error rating of 0. He won't make an error. He'll throw the ball in, but Boyer has a leadoff single. So Boyer gets to first, and now the batter is Howard. Howard is 0 for 2. Infield a double play depth. Boyer had 1 stolen base that year, and he is not going anywhere. Stock will set up against Elston. Pitch from Stock. 5-5. Home run chance. That 14 is going to pass against a right-handed batter, against a right-handed pitcher. Howard needs a 16, and he got it. Kaboom! That ball is high, and going back for it is Snyder. The ball is deep. He's going back, and he's going to stop, because all he's going to do is see that ball go over the wall. Home run, Elston Howard. Stadium cheers. Yay! Elston Howard goes ahead and smacks a 2-run bomb. And it is now 4-0 in favor of the Yankees. The Orioles historically won this game, but right now the Yanks are trying to change a little history. 4-0 in favor of the Bombers. And they're doing it with the long ball today. Next batter is Moose, and he is 1 for 2 with a bomb. As Yankees Bob 7 is very happy to see the scoreboard right now. Stock will go ahead and make the pitch. Stock, 4-2, strikeout, the 14, he got him. Just barely, called strike 3 on Scalron, and he's going to head back to the bench knowing he should have swung at that one, and that's the first out. 1 down, and here comes Berra. Berra 1 for 2. Stock goes ahead. His stock went down on I think the stock market went down on that last one. And I guess maybe somebody should give me the block dragon. Ball stock 5-5. Home run chance against the lefty, though. That's a 0. So he's not going to get one there to Berra. Berra 4-4, but he does pound one right past second, and that's going to be a single for Berra. So Berra gets himself a single. And the batter will be Reed. Reed is 1 for 2. Infield is at double play depth. Orioles are already getting the bullpen warmed up again as Stock looks ineffective. Strategy rolls are still active. And nothing on the 5. Stock will go ahead and pitch. Stock, 5-2, walk, 15 is high. Reed, a 6-4, it's grounded to short. 0-0-1. Second base pivot, breeding a 0. The only way they turn a double play is on a 1. And they got it! Shortstop to second and just got Reed at first, side retired. Holy cow, what a play. 6-4-3 double play ends the inning, but the Yankees have already done more damage. 2 runs on 3 hits. Yankees have a 4-0 lead on the Orioles after 6. Poor call at first. He beat the throw, but no replay in 661. Upon further review, oh, wait a minute, that doesn't exist yet. We go to the top of the 7th. Jim Gentile leads off for Beemore. He's 0 for 2. Coates is going to stay out there and pitch. 4-0 now in favor of the Yankees. Coates will make the pitch. Coates, 5-4, strikeout 1, easily swing and a miss. Gentile swung at a ball that was out of the strike zone, and that is 1 out. Yeah, Gentile, I don't know what he was swinging at, but that was not even near the strike zone. Next batter is Powell, and we may see it, and this is now the 7th inning. I think we'll see a pinch hitter for him. And it is going to be, let's see. Do I do pinch hitter? The answer is yes, I do. Powell is going to come out of the game, and coming on to pinch hit for the Orioles and take over in left field will be Whitey Herzog. 291 average, 5 homers, 35 RBIs. So Powell comes out and Herzog comes in. They pretty much have the same range factor. Actually, they do in left field. So here comes Whitey Herzog to take over there for Powell. Coates will go ahead and, Booger looks a bit young. Yes, he is. Very young in 61. Coates will make the pitch. Coates, 1-6, strikeout 10, that's high. Herzog, 6-2, it's a grounder to second base. Gardner's got it, and he'll throw to first for the out, 2 down. So one thing I like about the later games, once in a while, I do like getting the fringe players on the board once in a while. It does show that you can get them in the game. Herzog will take over in left field. Next batter is Hansen, and Hansen is 1 for 2. 2 outs here, top of the 7th. Coates will go ahead and pitch. Coates, 1-1, walk, 13, that's ball 4, and Coates didn't think so, but that's going to be just a bit outside. Hansen, a 15, -2 makes him a 13, and he will go to first. So we'll walk by Coates, and the next batter is Breeding, and the question is, will they let him hit? And let's see if that's going to be, and they will not. Breeding's going to come out of the game. And coming on to pinch hit and take over at second will be Jerry Adair, 264 average, 9 homers, and 37 RBIs. So Adair will now take over at second base, and he is a 3-3, pretty much the same thing there. So Jerry Adair will now go up against Coates here, as now the Orioles now try to get their starters into the game. 4-0 though, still by the Yankees. Strategy rolls are off. Coates with the pitch. 6-1, that's a blank. Adair, 4-1, base hit right past third. That'll be a single. Hanson is too slow to make third base with a base running rating of 3 with 2 outs, and he'll stay at second. But now the Orioles got something going on. And the next batter will be Lau, and we may see a pinch hitter for him, and we will. Charlie Lau is going to come out of the game, and coming on to pinch hit for him and take over at catcher will be Gus Triendos, 244 average, 17 homers, 63 RBIs. So Triendos will now come on and pinch hit, and his ratings are pretty much almost the same. A 3.2, 20, and a -2, though, instead of a +2. Pretty much the same range. So here comes Triendos. He'll go up against Coates. Still 2 outs, top of the 7th. Orioles threatening a little bit here to try to get some runs. Coates will make the pitch. Coates, 5-2. Home run chance, but the 17 is high. Triendos, 4-6, and it's a high fly ball to left field. But Berra's going to get there at the track. He's got plenty of room. And in a second, he'll have plenty of ball, and that'll retire the side. No runs, 1 hit for the O's and a walk. As the Orioles were threatening, but Coates does the job and shuts down B. Moore. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we have a very big out of 10-minute ticker coming up tonight. A couple of playoff spots could be, or at least one playoff spot could be decided tonight, depending on what happens. Tomorrow will be September 28th. Only 4 games are played on that date. And we're going to go back to the National League and back to Forbes Field. The San Francisco Giants will take on the Pittsburgh Pirates tomorrow. The Pirates still chasing the Giants. They're 4 games back of them, since the Pirates are in 3rd. Jim Duffalo will go ahead and pitch for the Giants, and Earl Francis will pitch for the Pirates. It's the final game before the final weekend of 1961. So that'll be tomorrow night's matchup, the Giants and the Pirates at Forbes Field. That is tomorrow on Inside Pitch. Bottom of the 7th here, Yankees a 4-0 lead. And Joe DeMaestri due to lead off. Question is Stock going to pitch? And I'm going to say no. Stock's going to come out of the game, although he is due to lead off the 8th inning, but the Orioles are not happy with what they see here. So let's see who the Orioles want to bring on to pitch. And they're going to go with Dick Hall. 7 wins, 5 losses, 4 saves, a 3.10 ERA. Dick Hall will now pitch for the Orioles and will probably be pitching 1 inning. DeMaestri leads off. He's 0 for 2, and he is going to bat. Might as well. You got a 4-0 lead. Hall will go ahead and make the pitch. Hall, 4-1, strikeout 5, got him easily, struck him out. And DeMaestri goes down on strikes. He'll retired. Jim Coates due to bat next. They will take him out of the game. D. Scott Howard, the Goat Whisperer, joins us here at Yankee Stadium. Coming on to pinch hit for him will be Bobby Richardson, 261 average, 3 homers, 49 RBIs. Richardson will pinch hit against Hall. Where did the season go? Yep, it went pretty quick. That's why I like doing one game per 3 days of baseball. The regular season is just not a grind. It's a lot more fun for me to get through a regular season that fast. We get lots of good regular season games before we get to what everybody wants to see, the postseason. Hall will go ahead and pitch. 6-5, strikeout 16, that's high. Richardson, 4-2. It's a ground ball to third, handled by the vacuum cleaner, and that will be the second out. So 2 men down. And the next batter will be Gardner. Gardner is 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Hall will go ahead and make the pitch. Pitch coming away. Hall, 4-6, strikeout, 18 is high. Gardner, a 3-1. He hits one to center field. That's a 20 against a righty. That's way too high. And that's going to be a fly out to center and end the inning. So nice job by Hall. 1, 2, 3 go the Yankees. Still holding on to that 4-0 lead. We go to the top of the 8th. Rapidly moving ball game so far, moving pretty quick. Let's see. Pinch hitter coming in for Dick Hall. Yankees will go to the bullpen first. And let's see who they're going to go with. They're going to bring out Tex Clevenger. 3 wins, 2 losses, save a 3.75 ERA. Clevenger will be the 3rd Yankee pitcher. And batting for the pitcher for the O's is going to be Dick Williams. 206 average, 8 homers, 24 RBIs. Williams will bat for the pitcher. So Clevenger will go up against Williams here to start the top of the 8th. Clevenger with the pitch. Clevenger, 1-2, strikeout, 18 is high. Williams, 2-1, and Williams smacks a double to center to lead off the inning. Williams leads off with a double. That's pretty good for the O's as they try to get back into this game. And it will bring up the vacuum cleaner. Robinson, 2 for 3. He's got 2 singles. Strategy rolls are off. Clevenger will pitch to Robinson. Clevenger, 6-3. That's a blank. Robinson, 3-3. It's a ground ball to short. That's handled easily by DeMaestri. The throw goes to first for the out. A 1 or a 2. Williams will take third, and he does. So he goes to third base on a slow grounder to short, and that does get a run in scoring position, or actually gets a run 90 feet away, I should say. He's already in scoring position. Barry Citroni is the next batter to lead up, but we'll probably see a pinch hitter for him if I have one. And yes, we will. Citroni is going to come out of the game, and they will go to the bench. And let's see what's going to be. And coming on to pinch hit will be Earl Robinson. 266 average, 8 homers, 30 RBIs. He will not take over in the field. Jim Busby will take over at center field for the Orioles for Citroni. So a timeout for another substitution as I set up Busby here. And he's a little better in the field, of course. So 3-4-0. So Jim Busby will take over in center field. But Earl Robinson will bat. Runner on third. Clevenger will pitch to Robinson. There is 1 out. Infield is staying back. It's a 4-0 lead. The Yankees are trying to get the out. Clevenger with the pitch. 5-4. Strikeout 20. That is high. Robinson, 6-5. That ball is hit to left field. That's a 2 against the righty. Robinson will bring him in with a double. Robinson hits a double into left field. Williams comes in to score. It's 4-1. So that's a double into right. And that brings home the run. And now the Orioles are on the board. Score by hand or use a digital score? I score by hand. I score by hand. I don't use anything digital at all in the game. The only thing I use digital is Action PC Baseball, and all that does is get me the rosters for the day. So Robinson gets the Orioles on the board. It's now 4-1, and the next batter is Snyder. So now Yankee fans are getting a little bit nervous, although it's only a 4-1 game now. 2 outs, strategy rolls are still off. Snyder is 0 for 3. Clevenger with the pitch. 3-1, strikeout, 11 is high. Snyder, 6-3, base hit past second, that's a single. Robinson, he will come around, he will score, it's 4-2. And here come the Orioles. No lead is safe on inside pitch. So Snyder goes ahead and gets on there. It's now 4-2. And the batter is Gentile. There's Arroyo warming up. I may have to bring him in. I don't know. You want me to bring him in now? I don't know. What do you think, Yankees, Bob 7? I mean, there's still 1 out here. Pitcher's not due to bat for a little bit. I mean, do you want me to bring in this is your team, Yankees, Bob 7. You want me to bring in Arroyo now? Or you want him to pitch a Gentile since you mentioned it? I was going to let him pitch to him. He is their best. I understand. You will say bring him in. Okay. Clevenger is going to be taken out as it looks like he's being ineffective. And the Yankees are going to go to their closer now, and that's going to be Luis Arroyo. 15 wins, 5 losses, 29 saves, a 2.19 ERA. They're going to ask Arroyo to get 5 outs. Snyder on at first. Gentile will bat against Arroyo. Infield is at double play depth. Strategy rolls are back on. And that is a 12, nothing happening. Arroyo will pitch to Gentile. Arroyo, 6-6, hit by pitch, 12. Yes, he hit him. Ouch. He hits Gentile. 13 plus 2 is a 15. That's a 12. And the tying runs are on base. Tying runs on base on a hit batter to Gentile, and the batter is Herzog, and he will bat. Herzog was 0 for 1 since taking over for Powell, but now Whitey Herzog will go ahead and try to get some runs in. 1 out, top of the 8th, 4-2 Yankees. Arroyo will pitch to Herzog. We call that pitching around. Why waste 4 pitches? You can move him to first with just 1. Runners at second and first. Arroyo hits the first batter he faces. And he can pitch to 7 batters before he tires. He will pitch to Herzog. Strategy roll. That's a 3, nothing happening. Snyder stays where he is. Arroyo will make the pitch. Arroyo, 6-3, strikeout 4, got him, swing and a miss. He gets a big K on Herzog, 2 down. And the Yankees needed that. And now the batter is Hansen. He will bat. Hansen is 1 for 3. Runners at second and third. Now infield is normal. Arroyo will go ahead and pitch to Hansen. Fans here at Yankee Stadium hoping for a good pitch. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 4. Arroyo will now pitch to Hansen. Here comes the deal. 3-5, strikeout 13, that is high. Hansen gets the swing. 1-5, that ball is hit to center field. That is a 19, and against the lefty, it's too high. Getting under there is Reed, and he will make the catch and end the rally. Stadium size, huge. 2 runs, though, on 3 hits and a hit batter. But the Orioles have cut the lead in half. It's 4-2. And Hansen almost hit one pretty good there to get a big run. That was big. We will go to the bottom of the 8th. Hector Lopez leads off for the Yanks, and he is 0 for 3. Orioles will go to the bullpen, and it is a 2-run lead, but they got 3 righties coming up. So the Orioles will bring in their stopper, and that will be Hoyt Wilhelm. 9 wins, 7 losses, 18 saves, a 2.29 ERA. Wilhelm's job, keep it a 4-2 game and hope for some 9th inning magic. Wilhelm will go ahead and pitch to Lopez. Wilhelm, 4-4, error on a grounder. Lopez, 3-5. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to third. The ball is at the Robinson. The vacuum cleaner's error rating is a 5. That's a 13. He won't make an error. He makes it look simple and throws the first for the out. Nice play by the vacuum cleaner. Here comes Boyer. Boyer is 1 for 3. 1 man down. Wilhelm with the pitch. Wilhelm, 5-6, range play. Boyer, 5-1, and that is a base hit past short, but it's a range play for Hansen. Hansen was pretty good. His range is a 4. That's a 3. He's got it. He'll throw to first to get the out, 2 down. Nice play by Hansen at short to take a single away from Boyer. And the batter now is Howard. Howard, one of the best hitters in 61 in the majors. Howard is 1 for 3. He got a bomb his last time up. Wilhelm trying to keep this a 4-2 game. 2 outs now, bottom of the 8th. Wilhelm sets up, makes the pitch. 3-5. That's a blank. He's not tired. Howard, 2-2. Fly ball center field, and it will be Busby getting to there to make the play. And that will retire the side. Nice job by Wilhelm. 1, 2, 3, go to Yanks. They have that 4-2 lead. But will we see some 9th inning magic? I know all the Yankee fans would love to see some 9th inning magic. Top of the 9th, Arroyo will pitch. He can pitch to 4 batters before tiring. Leading off for the Orioles will be Jerry Adair. He will bat. Adair got a base hit his first time up when he took over for Breeding. Top of the 9th inning, 4-2. Arroyo sets up his pitch. Here it comes. Arroyo, 4-2 against the righty. That's a blank. Adair, 2-6. It's a base hit to left field, and Adair gets a single. And just like that, the tying run comes to the plate. What, were you expecting a 1-2-3 closing inning on RJL Network? Next batter will be Triandos. He will bat. He's 0 for 1 since taking over for Lau. Adair on at first. Infield is at double play depth. Strategy rolls are off. Arroyo will go ahead and pitch to Triandos. Already the tying run at the plate. Triandos does have some decent home run power, so if Arroyo makes a mistake, we could have a tie game. Arroyo, 4-4, that's an out, and it will be a ground ball to short. 3-3-4, second base, pivot Gardner 0, 1-4 double play. They got it, 2 outs. And that is a rally killer. 6-4-3 double play, 2 down. Oh, wow. What a tough time for Triandos to ground out into a 6-4-3. We'll see a pinch hitter for Wilhelm as he will come out of the game. And the Orioles will bring on the best batter they have left on the bench. And it will be Hank Foils, 274 average, 6 homers, 19 RBIs. So Hank Foils will go up against Arroyo here with 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Arroyo can pitch to 2 more before tiring. Arroyo sets up against Foils. Fans here at Yankee Stadium know a win here, and they're a game and a half again ahead of the Orioles to have the home field in the division series. Arroyo will set up. Arroyo will make the pitch. 5-5. That's a blank. He is not tired. Foils, 1-3, and it's hit right to first. Line drive to Scouron. Scouron puts up his glove. Pow! Ball goes right into it. That's your game. Yankees beat the Orioles tonight. Yankees win. Yankees win. Duh! Yankees win. They beat the Orioles 4-2. Stadium cheers. Yay! No runs and a hit for the Orioles, and the Yankees will now have a 1.5 game lead on Baltimore for second in the American League, which means they just need to try to hold on to that position, and they will have games 1, 2, and 5 at Yankee Stadium against the Orioles, because that's who they're going to face in the ALDS. Final line score coming up. A nice win for the Yankees tonight. For the Yankees, 4 runs on 7 hits and no errors. For the Orioles, 2 runs on 8 hits and no errors. Bill Stafford does wind up with the win, and Steve Barber will take the loss, and Luis Arroyo winds up with the save. So the Yankees go ahead and get a win on the Orioles tonight, 4-2, but now another big 10-minute ticker is coming right up. So stay put. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. Today's date is September 27th, so the Yankees will wind up with the win here, a 4-2 victory on Baltimore. Now we'll go ahead and see how the rest of the league goes. We have the White Sox and the Red Sox. We'll save that for later. Detroit, let's do the meaningless games first. Detroit at Kansas City. Detroit's actually lost 3 games in a row to the Athletics on the ticker. Tigers 18-15, and that is 3. Athletics 5-36, and that is also 3. They will tie. Detroit rolls a 3 plus 0. Kansas City rolls a 5. -1 is 4. And believe it or not, the Athletics have beaten the Tigers 4 straight games, although Detroit has already clinched home field throughout. Washington and the Angels. Senators 11-45, and that is 5. Angels 15-53, and that is 7. And the Angels will beat the Senators. Cleveland at Minnesota. Indians 20-15, and that is 3. Minnesota 13-54, and that is 7, a win for the Twins. Cardinals and the Cubs. Cardinals 10-42 and 5 runs. Cubs 7-32, and that's 3 runs. And the Cardinals will beat the Cubs. Now, Dodgers at Philadelphia. Milwaukee and the Reds did not play on the 27th. Milwaukee actually has a doubleheader against the Giants the last game of the season. So they didn't play today. So we'll do the Dodgers and Philadelphia. Dodgers trailing the Giants by 2.5. Dodgers with the left arm of God on the mound. Dodgers 15-24, and that is 4. The Phillies 5-45, and that is also 4. They will tie. They will tie. Dodgers roll a 4, +2 is 6. Phillies roll a 6, -3 is 3. And Sandy, show me the Koufax, will get the win. Giants at Pittsburgh. Big game here. Pittsburgh trails the Giants by 4. Can the Dodgers get some help from the Bucks and move within a game and a half? Big game, San Francisco, 4-24, and that is 2. Pirates, 8-24, and that is 3. And the Pirates will beat the Giants, so the Dodgers and the Pirates gain a game on them. And so now the Pirates are 3 back, and the Dodgers are a game and a half back. So the National League is not yet over. Now, the Chicago White Sox against the Boston Red Sox. Joe Horland for the White Sox, Tom Brewer for the Red Sox. Boston is 78-80. They are in the 5th spot, which would be a playoff spot, but they must have a winning record. They lose tonight, they are out, and the White Sox do not have to worry about playing a wild card playoff. We go straight to the division series in the American and National Leagues. White Sox have a 12. Boston has a 17. Can Boston keep their season alive? Here comes the roll. White Sox 12-35, and that is 4. Boston 17-53, and that is 7. Boston stays alive. They will now go to 79-80, and they are still alive for a shot at the playoffs. Boston holds on. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be September 28th. We are going to Forbes Field. The San Francisco Giants take on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Jim Duffalo goes for the Giants. Earl Francis goes for Pittsburgh. The Dodgers and the Pirates just gained a game on the Giants. Giants know they got to win if they want home field throughout the National League postseason. Who will win tomorrow night? Duffalo, Francis, G-Men, and Bucks. Be there or be square. Doug Hunt, Woodman, 564. Steve Tower, Yankees Bob 7. Rick Query, Clee baseball fan. Philip Reynolds, baseball with the demos, math, fun, and games. JAA, Joel Turney, and of course, Steeler fan. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Yankees go ahead and get the victory. 4-2 over the Orioles, and they now have a game and a half lead on second. We'll see you tomorrow night. Take care.